नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name System Analysis and Design. And today's session name is Requirement Capturing and Specification using DF Diagram. These are the topics which I have covered in this session. What is requirement? What is requirement analysis? Activities for requirement analysis techniques, and last is data flow diagram. What is requirement? A software requirement is a capability needed by the user to solve a problem or to achieve an objective. Or you can say, in other words, requirement is a software capability that must be met or possessed by a system or system component to satisfy a contract, standard, specification, or other formally imposed documentation. And ultimately, what we want to achieve is to develop quality software that meets customer real needs on time and within budget. This is basically the requirement is what exactly the demand, and on the basis of demand we have to fulfill the requirement. So for knowing that is the important thing, what exactly the demand is. Then what is requirement analysis? Of course, analysis is important term. This requirements analysis is carried out in two stages. First of all, an investigation of the current system is carried out. In this enables the scope of the project to be determined and highlights any problem within the system. The kind of problems identified could include redundant processing on processes that create bottlenecks, include redundant processing on process that creates superfluous procedures or excessive data redundancy. And the initial investigation should identify users of the system, define the nature, volume and frequency of business, transactions handled and catalogued, and any existing hardware or software used. This is requirement analysis. The second stage is to investigate a number of possible business options, including the identification of any additional features or services that the new system may be required to provide. The existing and proposed systems can be modeled using physical and logical data flow diagrams, that is DFD. In this, physical and logical DFDs are created, and the physical DFD shows how the system is or will be constructed, whereas in logical DFD it is not concerned with the physical aspects of the system. It is basically worked on the logical. Now the activities for requirement analysis. Conceptually, requirements analysis includes four basic types of activities. First is eliciting requirements, second analyzing requirements, third requirements modeling, and the last is review and retrospective. First is eliciting requirements. The task of communicating with customers and users to determine what their requirements are. This is sometimes also called requirements gathering. In analyzing requirement, determining whether the stated requirements are unclear, incomplete, ambiguous or contradictory, and then resolving these issues. Now the requirements modeling In this, requirements might be documented in various forms such as natural language documents, use cases, user stories, or process specifications. The fourth one is review and retrospective. In this, team members reflect on what happened in the iteration and identifies actions for improvement going forward. Now come to the techniques. In this, business requirements versus software requirements, because we all have to work on these business requirements or software requirements. So basically, what is the difference between these business and software requirements? A business plan or project requires a variety of requirements to help define goals and establish a scope for the work that will be undertaken. Right? So the requirements also provide context and objects, ways to measure progress and success. Once business requirements are established, software requirements are identified and developed in order to move a project. Because I am saying the example, if first of all the product is needed, okay, so first of all we have to analyze, we have to know the requirements of the customer, and on the basis of those customer requirements we have to plan accordingly. We have to plan our business ki, okay fine, we will move or we will process this product because this is required by some this type of categories or like that type of category, etc. Okay, so on the basis, so means objective should be clear to measure the progress and success. Okay, now in this data flow diagram is also important, because through this data flow diagram we people get help ki how and when and to where the data flow is. Okay, so the DFD, that is data flow diagram, can be designed early in the requirement elicitation process of the analysis phase within the SDLC, that is system development life cycle, to define the project scope. SDLC I have already discussed in my previous videos, and the DFD is often used as a preliminary stage to create an overview of the system without going into great detail. Okay, which can later be elaborated like flowchart, because you need not to go through the whole program. So through flowchart, or you can say algorithm, you can easily you can easily present your work or whatever your product. Okay, so because it is a pictorial diagram, so it is easy to understand by the users. Okay, so for instance, if there is a need to show more detail within a particular process, the process is decomposed into a number of smaller processes into a lower level DFD. So in this way there are many levels of DFD. So the context diagram, or you can say context level DFD, is labeled as level 0 DFD, while next level of decomposition is labeled as level 1 DFD, and the next is labeled as level 2 DFD, and so on as per the detailed description. Now see that this diagram, this is a general DFD. If you want to elaborate this DFD, so we have to specify the different levels. See, this level is 0.1 level. Okay, this is the 0 level, this is the first level, this second level, and this is the third level. So if you go through detail, then you have to create the different levels of DFD. This is all about today's session, and this is a question for practice. What are the activities for requirement analysis? Thank you. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.